How's it going? Mattiator here. Have you ever wondered how to do all this? I'm going to show you with OBS Studio and virtual cameras. Let's get right into it. To start, you're going to open up your browser and you're going to go to obsproject.com. The link is also in the description. From here, you'll choose what operating system you're running on, Windows, Mac OS, or Linux. I'm on Windows, so I'm going to select that. The download should start. When the download finishes, you're going to click on it to open it. It will then ask you if you want to allow it to make changes on your device. You're going to say yes. The setup wizard will appear. There will be some licensing information. From here, you can choose where you want OBS to install. I just installed it in C. Here it is saying that OBS is still open, and so I just closed my browser to continue and clicked retry, and then the installer will continue to extract the files and install OBS onto your system. Once it finishes, make sure Launch OBS is clicked and click Finish. Now it's going to ask you for the configuration wizard what setup you're going to do. Here it says Optimize for streaming, and that would be if you're going to click the streaming button and stream to Twitch. Optimize for recording would be for recording like I did for this video. And if you say virtual camera, this is for web apps and meetings. So we're going to go ahead and select that and hit next. Then it is going to say your canvas resolution. This is based on the size of your monitor and resolution. You can just leave it as is and click apply. The first thing that I did here was I changed it to a vertical layout as it gives you more room. So I just resized it to give more room for scenes and sources. In scenes, right click and do grid mode. Just makes it easier to press your buttons. We're going to hit plus and add a camera to the scene. From here, click plus, video capture device, and just name it webcam. And then now our USB video device appears. So now we just hit OK to move on. Now we have our camera scene. To make it look right, we're going to right click, transform, and we're going to fit to screen. And now we have our webcam. If you do have a green screen like me, you're going to right click and hit Effects, Filters, and we're going to add the chroma key effect. This is auto detecting it as green, but if you have a different background, you can change the key color type. Here I'm just changing the sliders to make it a bit more acceptable range to get rid of the bleeding. So we're going to go ahead and close that. Here I'm unmuting my mic to make sure that it works. You can see the green levels are moving as my mic is working. Then we're going to right click, go Properties, and Device, and just choose whichever microphone in your system you would like to use. I'm choosing Blue Snowball as that's what's connected. Here I'm just verifying that it's at the level I want before moving forward. So then we're going to add another scene. This one I'm just going to call Screen. And then hit OK. Now we're going to add a display capture to the scene. And we're going to name this monitor. You can put 1, 2, 3, whatever monitor that you are trying to capture the display of. Here under display, if you have multiple monitors, you'll see different ones, and just try to correspond that to the number. Then hit OK. And now we're able to share our screen through OBS. Let's add another scene. This one we're going to call Screen plus Camera, because we're combining the two scenes together to make a hybrid sort of maybe teaching screen. So now we're going to add our display capture, and you can just add existing to the monitor that we created before. Now we're going to add a video capture and add existing for our webcam that created before. And just like that, we have a little share screen with ourselves on the screen. Now I'm just going to resize it to an acceptable size so I'm not completely covering the content I'm trying to show you. Now we're going to add another component. This will be an image component, and this will be our background behind our green screen if you have one. Here I'm adding the background behind the scene, and I just chose this default landscape that I found on the internet. Here we're going to transform and stretch to screen. And now we're just going to change it in the hierarchy to be behind our webcam. So now it looks like we're outside in nature. So I'm just going to move the webcam down so it doesn't have that awkward cutoff. And that's set. So here I'm changing the scene transition between scenes. I'm going to change it to the Luma wipe transition. This allows you to transition with a certain transition element through the selected screen. There's a bunch of options, and I'm just going to preview a few here. There's the burst option. Here's the sinus option. And we're going to go ahead and go with that. You can choose whichever one you like. Now, as you can see, when you translate between your scenes here, we have that transition applying. What I'm going to do is I'm going to up the duration of it because I would like it to appear on the screen for a little bit longer, so I'm going to put it to 500 milliseconds. And that seems to be an acceptable rate. And there we have our end results. This is how you enable a virtual camera in OBS to be used in web meetings. And just like that, you have your own virtual webcam that you can use for virtually anything. As usual, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video if you found it useful. I'll catch you next time. Peace out.